And we are back. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining CoKo Plays Hogwarts Legacy for the second time today. Looks like the stream is up and running. Seems like it's continuing the counter for the previous session. That's cool. But yeah, I just played a couple hours ago. In fact, I have an active upload of the video from that session. But it shouldn't interrupt this, I believe. I have enough storage for another video. And all is well. I do have some glare, unfortunately, on my monitor / TV. I might just have to live through that for the moment. So, we collected sufficient moons to get Alohomora 3 and got a small ending to this side quest where we found out who was behind the demiguy's moons, and then went on a bit of a journey to find some Fwooper feathers, and came back and told him about the guy behind the moons, and we have to tidy some of that journey up by going to the Room of Requirement, and then we'll continue on some more side quests, perhaps main quest, we'll see. So, Room of Requirement, I believe, is in the Astronomy Tower. My memory of all the locations in this game is a little bit fuzzy. It's a pretty big, complicated map. So I think this is the Ravenclaw Tower. Yeah. And so while we're here, maybe check out the common room again. I haven't been here in a while. It's nighttime, so fellow Ravenclaws might be somewhat sleeping. Hello, fellow Ravenclaws. What is
Rebellion?
up? I did this one. I guess you only do the one for your common room. That would make sense.
What are you up to now?
Getting tiring of you asking me that. Mostly like when you use the fast travel and before like the game even loads the place you've traveled to, she's asking that question. Alright. Let's go to Room of Requirement. Alright, we don't need any mandrakes. Did we use one of these? Hey, hello. We're both back again. Loaded up on this stuff.
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Alright. We might... Yeah, I had lunch, and I heated up some of the extra coffee that I had. So, not quite fresh, but at least warm, where it was. Okay, let's identify the clothing we found. That's a lot of stuff that we identified. Let's see if it's any good. That's one of the things we just identified. Nice. Dinner and dishes. It's a good thing to do. Okay, this it's probably roughly the same. Its defense is lower. I don't know if that's because of upgrades. Probably not. No, it's just defense is just lower, so it's not as good. So I'll sell that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I switch like gear menus quickly? I don't think I can. Alright, so we found a poacher coat that's one level higher. Its offense isn't as good anyway. So might not be worth using it. And that's about it. So before we go mucking with our appearance, let's go into this thing and let loose some whoopers. Alright, so I can only have 4 species out. Let's just try and see what message I get if I try. So species limit reached. So what things do I need the most? So purple toad, Diricol, Sepulchria, and highway and hippogriffs. Let's see what items we have of theirs. So we didn't have puffskins out, but we have a lot of those. Grapporn is not something we did. Measle is not something we have. I suppose we could get some measles, right? Phoenix. Unicorn. Just one. So Diricol, we have like 20 of these. That's probably a good amount for whatever use there is. And a lot of toadworts. So maybe toads were good on for a little bit. Let's proceed under that assumption. And let's stow these back. Move to inventory.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Move to inventory. And let's bring out the... Whoa, my input is acting bizarre. Hold on, let me unplug and plug it back in. Okay, that's better. Fooper and... Where's the other Fooper? Other Fooper. Yay! Where are you, Foopers? There you are. No, no, no. I didn't want to do that.
Professor Howell will never believe this.
That was a mistake. Alright, I should be able to just put it back. a deer call. Sorry, buddies. I forgot that I had adjusted what I used there. I need to pet them, just in case I need to feed them. There's a Fooper Feather. I just needed one, but while we're here, let's get what we can. Is there an automatic petting thing? Hey, buddy. Who's a good little Fooper? Alright, who else is in here? Let's summon you. And let's summon you. Okay. And you. Oops. How do I summon you? Okay, I think that's everybody. I kind of want to check if I've gotten anything that's like an automatic petting device. Makes me sound like a bad pet owner. It's this thing? Yeah. Okay, so Beast Feeder, that's what I got. Beast Toy Box. Breeding Pen. I don't really know what use that is. Like, having so many of a particular species just doesn't seem necessary. Alright, let's do one of these trees. So ZL disable snapping, and then rotate is left right. LR. So that tree takes up that square. So I can put it here, or like here. There we go. Oh, there's a tree style too. There we go. So that's ground surfaces, building pieces. I don't think I did any of those. Let's do an unpoppable bubble. Hey, somebody come play with this. Come on, Thestral. No, I didn't mean to hit you. I wanted to hit the unpoppable bubble. It's back. Nobody wants to play? Alright. I like my little tree grove. Nice little spot to sit under the trees and play with the animals. Alright, how's everyone looking? Still a bunch of time. Out of the way, Bubble. Alright, I accidentally used the chomping cabbage.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
Alright, I guess they worked it out. That's good. Yeah, I'm doing well, but I'm not interested in any offerings. Alright, we got a talent point to do. So I did all the core ones. I did almost all the rumor requirement ones. Thunder Brew Potion, maybe? Ooh, Bombarda Mastery. That seems kind of cool. I don't have a Bombarda yet. So, levitating a bunch of things. So, if you do Accio, they're all kind of standing there levitated anyway. That's why I think I didn't do that one. Yeah, Depulso. Yeah, maybe. 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 They're all kind of the same thing. Just, I guess, depends on which spell you prefer to use. So the only one of these I don't have is the Thunderbrew Mastery. And again, I don't like use these potions very much. But I guess if I'm going to pick something to put a talent point in, might as well complete the Room of Requirement ones. And then I can check out the spell ones and figure it out. Alright, let's do a new look. Let's start with... Let's get rid of the cloak just for now. What outfit do I want? What do I want as a new look for the moment? Sporty look? Kind of an adventurer look. Like an officer's uniform, a little too formal. Yeah, kind of like that adventurer's look is speaking to me at the moment. There's another one here, Voyager garb, so similar. So this one I think is darker colors. What was this one? Oh, I got a few of them that have like the sash. Protectors ensemble. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not interested in artwork, but thanks. Yeah, I think either this one, the Protectors Ensemble, or what was this one? Voyager garb. Let's start out with this one, and let's check out what cloaks work with this, or maybe no cloak. Yeah, the issue with a cloak appearance is the cloak pretty much covers up, like, you know, anything you have on your outfit. The steel blue robe I've definitely worn before. It's because it's a really nice one. So we can get something that kind of matches either the pants or the vest. That one kind of works with the vest, but the toggles are a little funny. Hey, a cape! I don't like that cape all that much, but like a cape, it would be a nice choice to be able to see the outfit. Maybe I'll get some other capes in the future. Here's another cape. This cape actually looks like it works decently well. That's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's Herodiana's cape. Because there's a whole outfit with that name for the puzzles stuff. Alright, let's stick with this for now. I just kind of want to see what the... there's an outfit with that same name, the Herodiana's attire. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it matches better, but I kind of like the other one, the mix and match style. Here we go. Alright. So now we got cloak, robe. Let's see if there's any neckwear that might go with this. An accent color. Let's just take a look at what it... It'd be nice if this would zoom out so I could see the whole outfit. Yeah, if it were matching the sash, so... Red goldy. Nah. Too basic. Not the right hue of red. Similar. Not digging these. I also don't like the way they clip around this fastener. This one doesn't have the clipping problem because it's worn a different way. It's a lot. It also kind of obscures the cloak a little bit. Alright. I haven't changed the glasses that I've worn in forever. I'm not gonna bother either. They look fine. This outfit could go with some gloves. Fingerless gloves. Okay. Neat. Black leather gloves always good. Hey, that kind of goes with the vest almost. Eh. Yeah, if anything, the mahogany figureless gloves maybe. Yeah, it also doesn't look great. What about these ivory gloves? Not really. Dark arts gloves are cool. That like flame pattern on them is also pretty nice. Alright, we'll stick with that. Alright, Adventurer's outfit definitely calls for some good headwear. Fedora works. It's not bad. Explorer's cap. This looks like the one that one of the charms professor wears. Yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, good to go with for a while. You can change it up later. Alright, what else, like... So, potion stuff, herbology stuff, utility stuff, what's that? I have that, I have that. The rest I don't have access to yet. Maybe I should go to Tomes and Scrolls. Right, producing Moonstone is unnecessary. That's why that's why I didn't buy those, because producing Moonstone is ridiculous, given the fact that like you just get so much of it. Wall hangings, don't really care right now. Rugs, furniture, decorations, artwork, seating, tables, statues, seasonal decorations. Cabinet, desk, and screen.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Right, I kind of got like lazy because I had like this corner was unoccupied, and so I had a nice like table and chair and rug set up. But then I needed, you know, more room for my planters, so I just took over that space, but was too lazy to like completely redo it. Because I can move like the fertilizer if I do this whole half as like herbology stuff. But it's so much work. I'm like, I don't care enough right now. Okay, that's fine. Let's adjust the spell set. What did I have in that spot? Cool. Deke, sorry I can't talk right now. I got...
Deke would like to talk with you.
Alright, so how much Felix Felicis do I have now? Nine. That's like the max, probably. Maybe we'll take some just for the fun of it. How do I do that? This, and then press A? What did that do? Ah. Okay. Alright, I'll just brew 2. Oh, it takes a minute to brew. That's no time at all. Maybe I need, like, gloves that kind of are green, like the hat. That might complete the look. I pressed the wrong button again. Yeah, that's better. What about those Charms Professor ones? Yeah, this works.
Deke would like to talk with you.
20 seconds. Sorry, Deke. Yeah. It's good luck. It's a good luck. I'll take a screenshot so when I'm in a cool spot. Oh yeah, I wanted to use the loom to... That's why I did all this. I got the Fooper so I can upgrade something. This thing? Yeah, okay. Blammo. So I could upgrade to 36. But I think I've neglected doing that in the past because, like, it's not strictly necessary, and I do tend to, every so often, get better equipment and a third upgrade for some of the, you know, the pain that goes into farming some of this rare stuff. Like a unicorn. Do I have a unicorn in there? I guess so. So I need more unicorn. Thestral hair. I have a thestral that's getting me some stuff. So I need more unicorn, phoenix. I guess Foopers I will need. So unicorn, phoenix, Fooper. What do these need? Probably going to need mooncalf stuff again at some point. Yeah, because all these seem to require mooncalf. So these I got plenty of. So Graphorn I need more of. Graphorn, mooncalf, unicorn, thestral. Graphorn, unicorn, thestral, mooncalf. Those seem to be the ones that I need the most. The others I got a bunch from before. So what animals do I have in my thingy? So I have a unicorn. I just didn't have it out because of the species limit. So I might want to get another thestral at some point so that I can have two to get more of those things. Same with the other ones. Diricol was not on my list of ones that I needed right now. So let's move them to the inventory.
I mean you no harm.
I don't think these were either. So unicorn I need. Alright, get out there, buddy, and go get me some items. Unicorn and stuff that I don't have. I did kind of need mooncorn stuff, so for the time being, I guess. Mooncalf. I can't get anything? Oh, wrong button. Come back, unicorn. Are you playing with that thingy? Is that why you... Okay. That's why. You're playing with that thingy, so you don't want to be pet. Now, eat your food like a good unicorn. It's right here. It's right there. Yeah, eat your food like a good unicorn. There you go. No, you still... Ah, you're gonna make me... Okay. Okay, I got a bunch of time for the next ones. So... So I need to find some of those animals at some point and release a puffskin into the wild because I have a bunch of those. Alright, so that's enough room of requirements stuff. There's still another demiguise statue somewhere in Hogwarts that I can get at some point, as well as some other things. Let's look at the quests. Okay, so Natty. So we got 2 quests, side quests that involve our friends, which I like. I don't believe I found the location of the second Keeper trial. I actually don't know what that is. What's a keeper? Like Quidditch keeper? No, it must have been like the ancient magic thing. Okay, let's do our friends first and then Professor Fig. Let's check out Sebastian. I might say no to him, but let's go check him out. Should we go the slow way or the fast way? Let's fast travel. He's down here. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to look at the grand staircase. Quad courtyard? Sure. Okay.
Revelio.
Oh, I'm tracking something. I was tracking Sebastian. Just like, what a cool place. It's all like aged and weathered, and with fall, it looks so nicely like majestic, but a little bit in decay because of the colors. Hello, fellow students.
Revelio.
What are y'all up to? Hey, I just murdered some goblins. Let's talk about it. You want to hear? You want to hear I murdered some goblins? They begged for their lives, and I killed them anyway. Oh, so you struggled with your charms homework? Yeah, well, I killed some goblins. Alright. I think that was Peeves. No, that's some people flying around on broomsticks.
Revelio.
That flu thing was not particularly close to Sebastian. That's okay. A little bit of wandering on the way to where you're going. It's nice. Do I go up, or is there like a... I guess I go up. It might have been faster to just leave the Room of Requirement Astronomy Tower. Oh, man. Like, even if your classes are hard, you just come out and, like, hang out on this bridge. And just look out over this view, and you're all better.
Revelio.
That's a cool statue. It's like some kind of like a water horse that like a witch is riding or something. All right, Sebastian.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I don't know who
told
that
him
is.
none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
I don't remember who Ominous is.
He's this way.
I guess his last name is Gaunt.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
As his name implies, he is ominous. I think if I run, he runs too, but I don't know where we're going.
There he is.
Oh.
Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Ominous Gaunt.
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells
Yeah, I think I
to
remember
try and
that.
catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Alright, that was interesting. I was reminded that Sebastian's backstory involved like a very sick sister. And so that's kind of what creates a complication to this like pursuit of the dark arts. Sebastian has like a noble motivation for it, where he's like just finding ways to help his sister. I think I remember that. I think there was a side quest, maybe I already did it, where I like visited his sister or something. So there's that. And then this character too, Ominous Gone, he's like, you know, there's an understanding to him of his family. You know, he and some other members of his family don't want to follow the dark arts, and they want to acknowledge that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than just like the pureblood worship aspect of him, which is an understandable thing. So that's kind of what motivates maybe like leaning into this dark arts side quest of like, you know, you have a reason to do it beyond just seeking power. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so, and, you know, our character, you know, my guy Nikhil, he was being coy with, like, kind of like, almost like Harry, you know, with the way he's trying to get information out of someone. He's acting dumb. He wasn't direct about, like, what Sebastian and he had talked about. He was kind of, like, playing a little bit stupid to try and get information out of Ominous. Is Ominous blind? He might be. His eyes were like clouded over and he's not looking at you. We'll see. Okay, so let's see what we got here. His aunt wrote to his father to gain access and then vanished. No one has ever tried to enter. So he's caught. There's caution because he thinks that there's nothing but dark arts stuff in there. And so I can be like, yeah, but like, you know, there might be cool things in there. Or I can be like, I understand your caution. I guess I could, yeah, right. I could play coy and kind of empathize with his caution, because I think either choice, you're still leading towards entry into the scriptorium. And so I don't really need to like egg him on and be like, come on, let's go in there. There's probably some cool stuff. He'll make that choice on his own.
That's a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt, it does pose a risk.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
It's a good speech.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here!
Hey, you can interact with these
These
things.
braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics.
Do they know
almost.
that in the magical world? Anyway. They don't teach math at Hogwarts. Like, they teach arithmancy, which is definitely not math. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I'll be talking about it for hours.
Revelio may help.
Anyway, something about threes.
Revelio. Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
And I see 3 of them. And only
Someone
3 of
was
them.
actually listening.
I do that. Occasionally.
Accio.
Nope.
Incendio.
That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue.
Okay, so they go out after you light them. Yeah, the character of Sebastian was introduced very early on. Like your two immediate friends that you're introduced to that are like clearly going to be kind of closer to you than other NPCs are Sebastian and Natty. And you have a couple choices early on as to like who to lean towards. And they both like establish their characters pretty clearly and like they're both interesting. And Sebastian, I think, has that interesting kind of like he's a Slytherin and he's got a bit of the mischievous in him, but like he's not like obviously evil, and he's got a sympathetic past, so you know it leaves the door open to like following his story. Okay, so I gotta keep them lit or light them quickly. Let's see.
Incendio.
Let's see what happens. So I maybe just do them quickly. Okay, that might not have been quick enough.
Incendio.
Maybe the other one works.
Accio.
No.
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Flipendo.
Nope.
Confringo.
Okay, that's easier.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Dark, ominous corridors. My
Lumos.
favorite.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one.
Revelio.
There's Reparo
Looks
stuff
like
here.
a locked door. We may want to look around.
I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I have written to my brother. He knows how I accessed the corridor's entrance and that there's no straight path to reach a scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy together. Noctua Gaunt.
A journal entry. Signed by Noctua Gaunt.
We did.
Gaunt. Ominous. Your family was here.
I know. She was my aunt.
You knew? And didn't tell me?
Ominous. The journal mentions many challenges ahead.
That's why I said this could be dangerous. Aunt Noctua kept my father informed until she vanished.
Yeah, we met Ominous earlier. We referenced it when he talked about
Maybe something to
lying
this
to
pile of
him.
rubble.
He might have revealed that he was blind that first time we met. I don't actually really remember the conversation. Okay, so we got to do Reparo on this thing. Let's go equip it into one of our things. I guess the petting one can go for now.
Depulso.
What?
Reparo.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
I hear it too.
The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open.
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
hoping you're having second thoughts.
Nah.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I
Nah,
am.
you're fine.
Stand back.
I mean, speaking of snakes,
I can't believe I'm doing this.
that's not dark.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us.
Ah,
Never mind.
yeah, don't reveal anything, Sebastian.
There's no clear way forward.
Lumos.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
So there's like a crescent moon and a snake. And there's a Slytherin lock.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Revelio. Lumos.
And lots of stuff.
Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
The sort of snake chanting in the background is a disquieting sound. Okay, so Slytherin lock. I didn't.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Yeah.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
I didn't find the symbol. Yeah,
That didn't sound good.
so it does
Salazar
damage.
Slytherin didn't make this easy.
It does damage to me, and it looks like it persists, right? I mean,
Lumos.
I gotta look at the symbol before I do that. So this whole area is considered like a combat zone. Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I am afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I'm a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Braziers? Brazers? I don't know. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctua Gaunt.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Absolutely.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
So this is the next one I gotta unlock. This one's got like the wedge with a, I don't know, thing on top and whatever that is scratched out. I should have enough time to find it.
Protego.
Nope.
That sounded promising.
Lumos. Another dial solved.
Okay, so
Impressive.
we
Nice
got
work.
two of these. Let's go through the first one.
Revelio. Lumos. Protego.
I failed the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. This scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it. Incendio. Revelio.
Alright, I'm not going to use the lock just yet, because I got to know the combination.
Lumos. Revelio. Reparo.
No. Stop casting the wrong
Lumos.
things. Alright, so there's a lock thing over there, but I need to know the gate combination. Let's go through this one and see what we find. extraordinary. The journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we become. I know it. And it's almost sounding a bit defeatist at this point. Like Slytherin is some kind of like joke. It is in Harry's like world view, but you could argue that that's a consequence of Voldemort and the Wizarding War that gained Slytherin that reputation. This is 200 years or so before that, so the fact that like Slytherin is a name that needs to be rehabilitated, it's kind of interesting.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
Revelio. All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Lumos.
We've got more to solve ahead.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
Alright, so we'll go back to that one, and we got the... Ah! You okay? Guess you're okay. Alright, the circle with the two lines on the right, and kind of like a triangle with triangles inside it-ish thing on the bottom.
Another, not the welcoming sort, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
We sure are.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead.
Revelio.
It's troubling.
This whole place is troubling.
Lumos.
For my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us. Revelio. Lumos.
Alright, so we got a reflecting pond. Ah! Whoa. It says like Crucio on the ground. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. Yikes! In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. This just got real.
Ominous. A skeleton.
Oh my god.
And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
I think you're right.
Ominous. I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
Are you going to cast it on yourself? Huh. Okay, so the challenge, you know, Salazar Slytherin requires you to cast Crucio on someone to get through this door. Now, Harry casts Crucio, or let's say attempts to cast Crucio, on Bellatrix. And, like, there's a line there from Voldemort about how, like, you have to mean it in order for it to really have the effect. And so that, I think that's something behind the unforgivable curses, is, like, intent matters. You know, somehow the magic knows if you, like, really want someone to be tortured. And, like, I don't know if you can, like, cast Crucio and, like, give them only, like, a light torture. Like, maybe that's what we're going to do here. But it seems like for it to be categorized as unforgivable, it's the kind of thing that if you really mean it, and there was magical potency behind that desire, then the effect is, disastrous. Like, Neville's parents being tortured to insanity, though that might be an extreme case. So let's find out, because I feel like casting a Crucio on one of my Hogwarts students is a bad idea. Maybe Sebastian's going to let us off the hook by choosing to do it. That's kind of what I feel is going to happen. So we don't have to make that moral choice yet.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominis has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominis's favor. Will you ask him about this?
So, either way, he's going to do it, let's say. So why does it matter who really asks him to do it? It's going to be him casting it on one of us or something. I don't think so, because Crucio, I can imagine wouldn't kill you. It's a torture curse, and the Neville's parents' case is probably extreme. They were Crucioed for, I guess, a long time in great intensity, so that they're driven mad. But if you're just Crucioed for a short while, it's just intense searing pain, you're being tortured, for information. So maybe it'll be one of us that's the recipient of the curse, but first it's asking him to do it. I guess I'll ask him. I mean, if we're at this point, it looks like we got to use it, otherwise die like his aunt did. So there's another side to this now where it's cast the curse or die. So you got to cast the curse. In which case, I'll just ask him.
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Okay, so wish we had some liquid luck? Is that any kind of a hint? Because I do have liquid luck. Didn't I use it on myself? You know what? This might be a red herring, because the liquid luck was added to the game later. I just noticed it in the update after not having played for a year. And I took it. But I imagine when they wrote this dialogue, they didn't intend to have liquid luck in the game. So it's probably just metaphorical usage.
Ominis, I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things.
Is he?
I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture. I would know.
How would you know?
I was taught the Cruciatus curse
Yikes.
as a child. My family's tradition involved torturing muggles.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
When I refused, I tasted the agony of the curse myself. Eventually, I did what my family asked. When you witness suffering like that at your own hands, you never forget it. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself.
I like this little story to him.
That spells the
That's
reason
nice.
I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution.
No, I'm with you
If you
on this.
cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
I'm with you. I don't want to ask you to do that, and it's an interesting story that you have, and you seem very determined to break away from this family's traditions, which are awful. Torturing muggles as sport? It's really bad. See, this is the thing, Harry Potter's fun, the world is fun. I feel like getting too deep into the mythology is dangerous territory, because it doesn't really hold up to a level of scrutiny that I think a lot of hardcore fans really want to throw at it. Like, there's a, there's a community of these people with powers, and some subset of them, use their powers to torture muggles, and, like, the world just goes on with that knowledge. Like, nothing is done about it. I mean, I guess the government has made those, that curse unforgivable, meaning if you're caught doing it, there are legal consequences. So I guess they've done something about it. But, like, that's why I guess to make this story short, in the world of the books of Harry Potter, you can kind of get behind the painting of Slytherin with his broad evil brush as something that, like, is from the perspective of, like, a Gryffindor student. Not, like, representative of the actual truth, but, like, from the perspective of the character. Like, as a kid, it's like a rival house with rival students. You view them as evil. So it's that dynamic, but not like that, like, Slytherin is this, like, evil guy and the descendants are all evil, and the people who, like, are evil get grouped under him. Like, that seems like it's going too far, because if that had existed, if the entire house was, like, rotted to its core, as this kind of seems to be implying, then, like, why is it still there? Like, why is all this stuff still happening? And that's probably true of the real world too. Like, why haven't we torn down things that are ancestors of our evil, and yet we haven't? So, you could hide behind that shield, but it leaves a lot of room for some weird questions about the mythology. But this game is engaging with some of that, the consequences of that setup, and so I kind of appreciate that from a storytelling point of view. Anyway, so he won't cast it, and I wouldn't want him to. Maybe Sebastian will do it, or Sebastian will teach me, and I have the choice to do it. That seems like what's going to happen now.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus Curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell.
I agree with you there.
It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
This is fascinating. So, what is the greater evil here? Because receiving the curse, sparing him the pain, seems like a noble act. But perhaps the worst thing is to be the one doing the cursing and have that on you, that you've done that. So maybe being the one to cast it on Sebastian is taking that burden away from him. Like, yeah, he'll suffer some pain, but he doesn't have to live with the fact that he knows he did that to someone, like Ominous was saying. So that's an interesting way to, like, encourage you to try and actually do dark arts in this game, because you're doing it so that Sebastian doesn't, which might be a long-term good. Maybe he avoids the dark arts because he never starts dabbling in them. Interesting. So the first two options are still casting it on yourself, having it cast on you. Right. I've killed goblins. I've killed men. I've killed animals and all sorts of things. Like, I'm already pretty damn evil. Like, temporarily torturing someone, briefly torturing someone might not even register in my list of crimes. Okay. So, very well means he can cast it on me, but I don't learn it. I want to learn it means I want to learn it, but you'll also cast it this time. And the last one is the one I think I want to do, which is, teach it to me, I'll cast it on you, and then that knowledge lives with me. And then maybe I just won't use it again, right? I can make that.
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare, Crucio. Hold on as long as you can.
Do I have to mean it?
Ready?
I'm ready.
That's a nice fear that they animated. Oh god. Yeah, he meant that. Cool. Yes. Salazar Slytherin was... Whew. A piece of work.
Are you alright?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
That's a cool cutscene.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Revelio.
Salazar Slytherin Scriptorium, a secret and well-protected room beneath Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to the student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with the other founders. So this is like another thing about taking the mythology seriously. Like, the Chamber of Secrets is in Hogwarts. This thing is in Hogwarts. And like all this stuff goes down in Hogwarts that is crazy. And like in the age of Harry, you know, with Dumbledore as headmaster, like if you isolate the books, it's a little easier to appreciate. Like in the first book, they get sent out to the Forbidden Forest as punishment, where there's like all sorts of stuff that could kill you. And Dumbledore brings in the stone and has it protected by all sorts of stuff in the castle where students could find it. Like, there's a bit of like negligence and liability with like running this place that is a little odd. Like, Dumbledore's supposed to be some ridiculously amazing wizard who could probably find these things. Like, if these students could stumble their way into the Chamber of Secrets and into this scriptorium where there's evidence that, like, Salazar Slytherin, I don't know, wanted to purge the Muggle-born population from the school, like, you know, Dumbledore, spend some effort, go find these things. What are you doing? I know he's not headmaster in the time of this game, but still.
Revelio.
Okay.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
And, you know, Sebastian seems to be up and well again. Like, I'm sure that torture was no fun. But 2 seconds later, he's up and at him, no problem. So, you know, I think we spared him a greater fate by casting it ourselves. That's a rat. This kind of looks like it's a transfigured pot. No? Nothing like looting Salazar Slytherin's secret chamber. And drinking whatever's down here? That's even worse than using the Cruciatus curse. Like, how long has that drink just been sitting there? What's wrong with you?
Revelio.
I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own. that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggleborns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. Jesus Christ! It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought, one who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy. Like, this is a damning letter. Like, maybe, you know, Hogwarts as a school is established and you don't quite have the memory of Salazar Slytherin's true thoughts. Like, you know, they had an argument of who should be accepted into the school. Now, maybe he had a racist kind of supposition backing his point of view into that argument. But several steps from that is purging the school of Muggle-born students and, like, placing a serpent into the school to be awakened to do so. Like, that's something you should know if it exists. Like, Dumbledore, go find this letter and see what's going on and, like, you know, be like, okay, this house system is not working. Clearly sorting people based on these notions of personality traits is a bad idea. Let's do something different. Maybe no houses. Like, is it really just, like, this small set of people who know the truth about, like, Slytherin? Like, is this, like, knowledge that's been lost to history that we're discovering? Or are people just, like, brushing it under the rug? Maybe a bit of both. Alright. So, Salazar Slytherin, clearly not a good dude. It was a little ambiguous from, like, the story you're told in Harry's storyline. You know, you didn't quite know the depth of Salazar Slytherin's evil. Even like the Chamber of Secrets. Alright, I'm not gonna belabor the point.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now.
That's a weird detail to throw in there.
It's breathtaking. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both.
Revelio!
Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
To do what again? Exactly. Alright, unidentified item.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Oh, there you are. So that goes back to the Slytherin dungeon. Alright, so am I done with this place? I guess so.
Revelio!
Yeah, I have a feeling that, like, this is part of Sebastian's quest. That he's got a sympathetic motivation for his choices, but, you know, it's kind of like a classic plot of someone who gets too powerful where, like, you know, they start out from a perspective of doing good, and then it goes all wrong. And so I kind of feel like Sebastian is going to be put to the test throughout his quest line of, like, how dark does he go in pursuit of this good? And, you know, fiction has always told us that it never ends well even if you start out trying to do it for good. So maybe our role will be, like, trying to limit or be involved somehow in Sebastian's choices. It's kind of what it feels like. Ominous is a bit of like a foil for him, where like this happened to him when he was young, so he kind of has already made the choice of like, I'm not going to be like the other Slytherins, let's say. But Sebastian is like a little too excited. He doesn't yet know how awful it is.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly
That
sorry
wasn't
about
much of
your
a
aunt,
swear,
Ominous.
Sebastian.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there you go. Closure of some kind. And they go their separate ways, which I think is intentional. Wait. I guess he took a step back. But yeah, that's definitely an intentional story choice, that they leave their separate ways. The thematic resonance. And then there's a glitch in the game where every time I turn around, Sebastian starts his walk over again. Yeah, it'll definitely never come up again. Like, we'll never see these guys. We'll never be put to another demanding choice ever again. Nope, not at all. Everything is good and rosy from here on out. Alright, so we completed that quest. It is optional, which means that if you don't want to like dabble in the dark arts whatsoever, then I suppose a choice available to you is to, not even do this quest. Okay, Slytherin Diary. Okay, so we have this. Like, go turn it into the headmaster. And we got an unidentified extraordinary item. That's cool. And an extraordinary scarf that's level 31, but has less offense than the one we have. So, and has level 2 slot upgrades, so not as good anyway. Okay, and so that quest is now done. And we did a 16th side quest. Okay, so we'll do Natty, which should be less intense. But yeah, I really like that scene of using Crucio. I like that they animated fear into the character's eyes. I imagine that animation is probably the same no matter who is doing the casting, that like there's a fear in their eyes at doing it. But for it being my character that cast the spell, like he was terrified of doing it. And then like the consequences were rough. And that magical door, its enchantment that detected the use of Crucio and had like, there were these like red lines being drawn to the tortured victim as a way of like detecting the use of Crucio and unlocking the door. Like, that's some nefarious stuff that Slytherin set up. Like, why would you do that? Like what's wrong with you? All Alright, so Natty is in Lower Hogsfield. That's a town, I think, south of Hogwarts, if I remember correctly. We don't really need to go to the Room of Requirements right now, so maybe we could go just like warp directly there. These are the Slytherin bathrooms? Yeah. So the letter mentions, you know, Slytherin's desire to create the chamber, but the marker on the sink in the bathroom, like in the movies, for the entrance to it is not present in this game, even though the chamber, I guess, is here in the castle. Oh well. Now what I want to see is... There's Crucio. So you can use it on, like, you know, the enemies that you fight. The thing is, like, when you fight these enemies, like, you kill them. And he says, like, you know, Ranrock's blood is on their hands. Or, their blood is on Ranrock's hands. So, if the result of fighting them with any of these other spells is their death, is it really much more evil to use the Unforgivable Curse to torture them so that they die? I mean, it is worse, I get that, but, like, I don't know. If we were put on trial and they were to examine our actions, I think the fact that we use Crucio would not really be the thing that gives us a life sentence in Azkaban. It would be the death of, like, dozens of goblins and dozens of wizards. Alright, so Natty is... over here. Theophilus. You're just gonna walk away when I show up? You two were up to something shady, weren't you? You're cheating on your spouses, aren't you? So this is where I wait for Natty.
You are here. Good.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so.
Mr. Bickle.
He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
I forgot to turn one of my lights on in here, and as it gets darker outside, I might need more light for the camera. It's okay, we probably have another 40 minutes before it gets darker.
Where are you, Archie?
Joanna Bickle.
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My
Mr. Bickle.
husband is dead.
Yikes.
He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow.
Oh.
I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
I know the name Harlow, right? I forget. I definitely know the name Harlow in this game, and I forget why, because it's been so long. I mean, as much as I'd like to console her, seeing if she actually knows or has any information that might indicate that he's been taken seems like useful stuff to know.
I don't mean to be grim, but could Harlow have taken him?
Archie's satchel is missing, so he may have left on his own. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
Yo, don't...
He has
What are you doing involving a
hideout in
student?
the forest,
Call
south of
the
here.
police.
He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
How come there isn't an option here? Inform the appropriate authorities about the murder and your missing son. And don't involve a fifth-year student at the local school. Alright. Let's find out what we can.
What reason would Harlow have to kill your husband?
My husband had been looking into Harlow's dealings and discovered some of what he's been up to. I begged him to leave it alone, but he was convinced that...
I don't remember what Harlow was up to.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Harlow?
He's Victor Rookwood's second in command.
Okay.
A miserable, awful creature. Vicious and murderous.
We'll find your son, Mrs. Pickle.
Thank you.
This is
What
Pickle.
am I going to do?
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home.
And why is Maddie involved in this?
Why did he challenge that horrible man?
I forget what...
When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late.
I want to talk to this guy. Alright, you sell stuff I don't need. And I can sell stuff to you. I'll do that later. Okay, so we gotta find Archie's hideout.
Revelio.
I think I've actually cleared out this encampment before.
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need.
You could?
We will need something more.
I don't remember what connection there was between Highwing.
This must be little Archie's hideout that Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie?
Is he like a
Archie
little kid? He's
Bickle.
got like a teddy bear
He
here.
would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way.
Why was there like a animal skull or a skeleton there?
I
That was
thought we would
creepy.
have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly.
This is some pretty serious stuff that we're up to. Hold on, there's like chess over here. Yeah, this is an RPG. An RPG, you always stop the really serious, important thing that you're doing for like chests and stuff.
Revelio.
Yeah, look at all these goodies.
Levioso. Potato. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
That would be Descendo that does that.
Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Glacius. Confringo. Flipendo. Defendo.
Alright, so that's how you anger them. Alright, little one. We'll take care of the little one first.
Confringo. Glacius. Defendo. Confringo. Flipendo. Confringo. Defendo. Glacius. Levius. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
That was fun, I guess.
Incendio. Revelio.
Yeah, how do I get in there? Bombardo?
Confringo.
Oh, it's one of those pulley things.
Repulsor.
No, the other one. Oh, it's an ancient magic spot.
Revelio.
What else is on the map here? Just this. Alright, Natty, I know we're like in the middle of a quest, but I found an ancient magic site and I want to get some stuff. Oh, wow.
Confringo.
That doesn't work. Naturally. I have been rendered in a mid-air falling state. Oh, come on, bug. Oh, good. Why can't I fly? Oh, I might end the quest if I go too far away from her.
Revelio.
Rugged fedora. I can't climb up that ladder. Oh, I probably can't fly because I'm in the middle of this quest, which might limit my ability to do this ancient magic site. Like, I might need to fly in order to get into that spot.
Revelio.
There's also that thing that I could use. Hold on, Natty. I'm busy.
Revelio. Fringo! Incendio!
I don't like the look of those spider eggs. Or that, for that matter. Wait,
Revelio!
I was down here. Alright, so where's the last one? Oh, over here. Okay, I could probably get up there by standing on this platform.
Wingardium Leviosa!
And you can make it...
Descendo!
Oh, that's the spell I needed to use for the spider.
Wingardium Leviosa!
How do I make it just levitate?
Leviosa!
That's the one. Yay! Challenge complete. Dark Arts Dueling Gloves, nice.
Revelio!
Okay, so that challenge is complete. Oops. Quests. No, challenges. There we go. So there's one more of 12 of these. I got ancient additional capacity into my magic meter. Nice. And I got some Quidditch gloves. And a scarf. And some headwear that I will all sell. Okay, I'm just going to turn on the lights real quick. Back. Yeah, I think it's a good point. Like, there was a skeleton there that the spider had wrapped in its web. Maybe that's the culprit for this murder. And if not, then like somebody should do some forensic analysis on the skeleton and find who it was and go inform the families of the victim. Like, come on, magical world. This seems like basic stuff for a society. Yeah, we should look into that instead of whatever it is we're doing. I don't really remember the background for this quest. Like, I don't remember what Harlow did. And how we know what we know. Uh-oh.
Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Indigo! Stupid one! Leviosa! Accio! Incendio!
I hope Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack. We should look around.
Forget the wolf pack. It was the spiders.
Revelio!
There's some stuff over here. Oh, that's like a treasure area. I probably wouldn't be... Yeah, this is what we're looking for.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was going on a
likely
picnic.
Running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again.
I don't know if that explanation adds up. If he was running, why would he leave his satchel on a limb here nicely?
Revelio.
Archie went this way.
Alright, that's like a treasure vault down there.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What is
Harlow
this,
must
Star
have a
Wars?
reason for pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
The
He
treasure
would
vault is
never
under here.
overcome it. At least not in any way I can imagine.
Yeah, if he's tall enough to get his bag up there, then why does he have a teddy bear at his weird campsite thing? Alright, so we've been to
A
this
fork in the road.
this
We
flu
will
place
need
before.
Revelio again.
Revelio.
Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
What are you, a tracker? Hey, it's a Thestral. Can I catch you? Because I need another Thestral, right? I did want one. Let's catch it. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed up on that one.
Thestrals. They are beautiful, are they not?
You can see Thestrals too.
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my first Thestral shortly thereafter. I found comfort in it. I still do.
I
think
don't
those of
remember
us who
what
have
sex
witnessed
the
death
other
deserve
Thestral I
some
had
comfort.
was. Not that I think I really need to breed them, but like, if I'm collecting one of each, I might as well. If I'm collecting one or two, might as well have them be ready for breeding. Maybe I'll collect. Huh? Don't want to get too far from Nettie. Okay, whatever. I'll deal with the Thestrals later. So you saw death when you were 9, Natty? That sucks.
Revelio.
Hey, more Thestrals.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died. My mother was away, and I felt quite
Reparo.
helpless. It was a long time ago
No,
in
come
some
back.
ways, but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss him.
My
Revelio.
father was a wonderful man. Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
It's a lovely pond. Yeah, a nice little personal story from Natty that my character was ignoring. I, as a player, was listening. But my character was distracted by the Thestrals. Some aspects of role-playing games, you know, you could leave to your imagination. Who's that guy up there? That doesn't seem good.
Revelio.
Those are dark wizards. Enter the Ashwinder's charmed tent. Okay, so we gotta do some combat. Let's get ready for it. Let's actually use some of these things. Let's use a venomous tentacula. And let's sneak in there. We'll keep one of these on hand.
Hush now.
Oh, so when I do it, you do it. Levitate a soldier to disrupt their expulso casts. Okay.
Taking in children now, are we? Better not be expected to feed him.
It is as I feared.
What's wrong with
They
you
have
people?
Archie.
Trafficus
And
totalis.
on your guard, there can be no mistakes.
So thin the crowd a little bit.
Revelio.
There's only 2 of them? 3 of them? Lots of things to throw at them.
Why bring the lad back here?
Trafficus totalis.
I kind of want to do this levitate thing. Alright, let's get this last guy and then we'll... Actually, let's give ourselves 2 options. I sound like...
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Oh, no, you don't. You will pay for that. Expulso! Expelliarmus!
Dang, I pressed the wrong button.
Incendio!
Give it to me.
Expulso!
Got it.
This is a fast way to get yourself...
Making progress on some of those dueling feats. That's nice.
Revelio.
Alright. Classic RPG fashion. Got to go around and collect whatever we can before we enter the thing. What was up here? It may be easier when I have access to a broom, which I still don't. Alright, so you're not supposed to go that way. Over here.
Revelio.
Oops. Wait, I already got this? Oh, so I came to this camp some other time, just, you know, while exploring. Yeah, just go. You'll be fine. Oh, there's a whole thing in here. So slice with the Defendo, I guess, while they're using Reducto, and then break a shield charm with an ancient magic throw. Okay, I can do those things. Hey, what happened to Natty?
Revelio.
I did not expect this tent to be so large on the inside. That complicates things a little.
Lumos.
Lumos. How likely. Be as a shadow.
Revelio.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that it's bigger on the inside, kind of like the enchanted tents that they used at the Quidditch World Cup. It's nice to see that bit of lore. So this chest has maybe been open. Maybe that's just a prop. I feel like I've been in here before. Which way do we want to go?
Revelio.
Gotta get some gold. Alright, so he's got his back to us, so we could sneak over there.
You don't think he saw it happen, do you?
Of course he did. Why else would he have run?
He's just a child. We should release him. This is the...
Harlow will decide what to do with him once he gets back.
Alright, I should probably try... Alright, get ready to use Defendo. Come on. Cast Reducto.
Let's see what you make of my inferior.
No, I don't want the Fury.
No one takes one of my own and lives to tell of it.
Did I? I didn't get credit for breaking a shield charm. And they turned into a chicken. I don't know what that was about. Oh, there's a lot of you in here. I honestly don't know if I turned them into a chicken. I don't have a clue in the world. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
A lamb to the slaughter. Stand. You're no match for me. You can't hold out for... Ow! Back for more.
Expulso!
It's Reducto that I want. That's the one I want to do.
I'm just... You've made a great mistake.
Expulso!
That didn't work either. That come from behind me? No.
Potato! Petrificus totalis! Petrificus totalis!
Made a great mistake.
Confringo! Leviosa! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Impressive. No!
Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Is this Hogwarts bed?
I didn't get to the dueling feats. That sucked. I will come and help you once I've collected all the loot. No, not yet. I gotta get the loot. What a nice place. It could be.
Revelio.
I'm just getting the loot first. There's so many ways to do combat in this game, and they all work. You don't really need that much strategy. Okay, so I'll go down there and collect everything. Have I gotten everything up here?
Revelio.
I think so. What was the way over there? I guess not down this way. I gotta go down the other way. So what was down here that would have been of interest?
Revelio.
Nothing. A way to climb back up? For some reason. Coming.
Revelio.
Yeah, but first I gotta get all the loot.
Archie.
You know how this works.
Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh, let's see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
We need to get this open.
Yeah, I'll open it. I'll open it. Let me get all the loot. Alright, that looks like everything.
Aloha Mora.
Hey, buddy.
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it.
We won't?
But first, we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Archie. Now let's get you home. We know a safe way back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, I guess we got Archie back. What are those? Oh, kites. Right.
Revelio.
Hey, Natty. Yeah, he's a tall
Archie,
boy.
You're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's friends are in danger. I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabe. Mr. Filbert.
Rabe Filbert.
I think they also
Otto.
said Otto's name.
Okay.
I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow.
I know, right?
The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
I mean, he is already after us.
It may be too late for that. I'm afraid Harlow's already after us.
Then you needn't anger him further. I assure you, the threat could be a lot worse. Please, please keep your distance.
Yeah, but if I want to beat the
I'm
game, then I
sorry
can't
again
keep
about
my
your
distance.
husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other. I must learn more about Mr. Bickle's friends and why Harlow is after them. You'll be hearing from me as soon as I know something. Thank you for your help today.
Alright, see you, Natty. I don't really know why you were involved in this. But, okay. Alright, so that was 17 out of 18 side/relationship quests. So one more and I get whatever that reward is.
Revelio.
I've already looted this house. You have anything to say, Archie? Hey, where'd you go? There you are. Alright, get back to it. Okay, so let's see where we're at with stuff. We got a thing. Oh, we encountered a new enemy. Katrin Haggerty. Estranged from a brother Podrick, a local shopkeeper. Katrin Haggerty turned to a life petty thievery and tricks years ago. It wasn't until recently that she abandoned small scams for a chance at a bigger fortune with the Ashwinders. Cool. Would have been nice to like fight her one-on-one. Alright, so we got a wolf mask for defeating infamous foes. That's the wolf mask. Cool, cool. And we got a Thestral. Alright, before we look at the gear, we might return to the room of requirements to check out the gear.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
I mean, true, but that's a weird thing to say after what just happened. Like, stuff like that kind of breaks the immersion. It looks like fun. Can I do that?
Descender.
Oh.
Depulsor. Accio. Arresto momentum.
Didn't do anything. It's so cool flying into Hogwarts. Look at this place. Natty told us about herself, which is cool. Her dad died when she was 9, and she thinks about that. And then there was the whole stuff with Harwin, which... Not Harwin. Whatever his name was. Harlow. Thank you. So, yeah, I kind of forget his role up to this point. But they described him as Rookwood's second in command. So I'm sure we've seen him before. I kind of forget the context. So the only thing that's a bit unfortunate with the broom is that you can't actually land in the astronomy tower. Unless they've patched it. Since I last played. They have not. That's a little unfortunate, because it'd be kind of cool to like land in the astronomy tower and go to the room of requirements without having to use fast travel. Because that's kind of like a... I mean, fast travel is necessary for games of this size, but... You know, where you can feel connected to the environment by like traversing the landscape with the other ways, the slow ways... You know, you feel more immersed in the world. Because you can land at the Ravenclaw Tower to enter the common room. Apparently you can't land here, which is odd. Oh yeah, absolutely. They could have had like a little, like, outcropping. That's not the word. Like a balcony, you know, jutting out, and you can only land there. Like, that'd be fine. Oh man, look at the stained glass with like the sunlight. Yeah, as far as I know, like you can only land where the roof is for the Ravenclaw Tower and like maybe one other place as far as the Hogwarts like rooftops go. Okay, so we'll fast travel to the room of requirement. Deke would like to speak to you.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
So, Gothic attire. That's what I'm wearing. The other Gothic attire I got is the same, but for level 32, but with less defense. It's really interesting. So Extraordinary is not as good as Legendary. Trait level 2. I guess not. So everything I got can be sold, and I will sell them. But let's unleash my Thestral. And collect some good... Okay, so we got two female Thestrals. That's fine. I'm not breeding them. But, you know, life finds a way. But you didn't eat? What are y'all doing out here not eating? Eat. You're right here. I don't want to feed you. Oops. I push a lot of wrong buttons. Okay, so you, Fooper, let's summon you here. And you, Sepulchra, let's summon you here. That way you'll eat. Can I have my thing yet? You just ate. Oh. There we go. There, that's everyone. You all have fun.
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Okay, so the third upgrade is Graphorn is still the limiting agent for those. That is a big upgrade, too, for offense. Graphorn. Phoenix. So we're going to need to get a Phoenix for this. And a Graphorn, whatever that is. So those are the two that we need. So everything I have is two levels upgraded except for those gloves, which are sitting at level 28, so I'll probably get better ones at some point soon. Trait slot level 2. What about these? These are not. These are superb. So it almost seems like a waste of a Hooper Feather to upgrade this. Maybe it's 12, that's the limit for Felix Felicis. Thunder Brew, Focus. I think that like that's the limit for these is 9. Oh, I just brewed a Edurus. I probably can't hold it. Alright, let's brew a Thunder Brew and see if...
Deke would like to talk with you when you...
Sorry, Deke. Alright, so we're good in here. Alright, the next thing level-wise is the main quest of talking to Professor Fig. So improve your magical abilities to access the next trial. I think that's unrelated. So find the location of the Secret Keeper trial. Maybe I'll do that by talking to him. Probably. But that seems like something I might do next session. I think we'll call it a session here. And maybe I'll play later, maybe I won't. We shall see. Alright. See you, everybody. Till next time.